More than 43 years ago, on April 28, 1973, a railcar loaded with 330 Vietnam War bombs exploded in the Roseville Rail Yard. 18 more trains exploded in succession. The then tiny town of Antelope was nearly wiped off the map. Right behind me is the rail yard that changed Antelope forever, located only 4.1 miles away from Antelope High School. We spoke to Ken Fisher from the Roseville Carnegie Historical Museum to find out more.
The amazing thing about the explosion, because it went on from just before 8 o'clock in the morning till about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, there were no fatalities. What caused it was something called a hot wheel. One of the wheels of the train, the ball bearings were not functioning properly, they were worn out or something. And as it was coming down the mountain, it just heated up and got very, very hot. And by the time it got into the Roseville Yard, it had started a small fire, and shortly after that, a couple minutes after they saw that, the explosion started going off.
Senior Elise Kessler's grandparents, Chuck and Sharon Taylor, have lived here since 1966. The explosion, which took place on Sharon's birthday, remains a vivid memory to this day.
The concussions of the sound waves and the explosion waves kind of went up a little rise, and our house was kind of at the bottom of that, and then it went higher. So when the concussions of the blast came through, they went right over our house and hit houses behind us. I didn't realize, but there were 25,000 people evacuated out of their homes that day.
We drove, we didn't know where to go, and we just wanted to get a long ways from here. So we drove to South Sacramento, and you could hear the bombs from there.
And we didn't know what we were going to come back to. They suggested that when we left windows open, doors unlocked, so explosion waves could go through the house and not stop and blow things up.
But the harrowing experience wasn't over yet. In 1997, 8 more unexploded bombs were discovered buried underneath the Union Pacific Rail Yard. An emergency detonation was scheduled, and nearby residents evacuated again. Peter LeBlanc recalls the day the ground shook and the experience he took away from it.
Well, I remember it very clearly. I think it was like 1997, and they had found the bombs left over from the 1973 explosion, and they told us the time that they were going to be detonating the bombs, and we were actually watching it on TV. But I still, to this day, I still can't shake the feeling of, the best way I can explain it is it felt like the bones inside my body were rattling. And I had never felt that up to then. I've never experienced that again. And I can't imagine, number one, what it was like for people in Vietnam, and thinking even about the people in Antelope that went through that experience.
Today, the Roseville Rail Yard remains one of the largest and most crucial rail yards in the West Coast. Little evidence of the 1973 accident remains, although it's an event that Roseville and Antelope will never forget. Angelie, Pham, Titan TV News.